We must prepare for a tough fight at the next general election. This election is not just about the PAP doing a bit better or a bit worse. This election will decide if Singapore can sustain good and stable government. You've been working the ground for more than 4 years now. Soon it will be time for battle again. This convention is significant because I have to call the next general election by April 2021 at the latest. Could be earlier. So this may well be the last time we meet before the next general election. We've put together a good support package to help you cope with the change, especially to help the lower income households. We are also making sure the opposition cannot stir this up. You can be sure they will try by announcing the support package early, well before the GST goes up, and importantly, before the next elections.
At next year's budget, I will provide more details of the GST support package. This will cushion the impact of the increase for all Singaporean households. This is not an election goodie. The package will only be given when the GST is increased next term. Many of you asked me not to talk about it anymore. Elections are coming. But if I don't bring it up, the opposition parties definitely will. So it's better that you hear direct from me. A few days ago, I moved a motion in Parliament on the governance of the Aljunied Hougang Town Council. Some supporters felt that we should not move this motion, as it could be misunderstood. But in this case, we were convinced that it would be wrong for us to keep silent. As a party in power, it is our responsibility to ensure the integrity of the system in Singapore. We must and have taken a clear stand on this matter of principle.
The President is the unifying symbol of our multiracial nation. With a President elected by national vote, it's harder for a non-Chinese candidate to be elected. So how would the minorities feel if year after year the President of Singapore were almost always Chinese? In the long term, such a scenario would foment deep unhappiness and erode the founding values of our nation. Amending the Constitution was a major step. I knew not all Singaporeans agreed with it. If you ask me, overall, from a short-term perspective, this issue is a political minus for the government, for the PAP. But this is part of governing. I'm convinced we did the right thing. We must never, ever be afraid to do what is right for Singapore.